You see there's a train? Yes. Hello, chat. All right. So we're going to get back to this. We're going to get back to this bad boy. Remember, we got like the cannon assembly and a bunch of stuff put together here. So we're going to keep going. In the meantime, we are going to listen to actually something kind of interesting. I'm going to do some show prep while we're doing this. We're going to listen to Ethan Klein talk about his lawsuit real quick, just so I have some idea what's going on.
So let's talk about Frogan. Lawyers have been commenting on this. They've noticed in our filings, which are all public, that we've been attempting
yes, the Tsunami. We're going to check that in a minute.
To serve Frogan. Now, at first, we were all like,
I've checked your DM.
Frogan is actually handling this the best because she's kept her mouth shut.
Yeah, her co-hosts on her podcast were even like trying to coax her into talking about it. And at the time, I thought in a pretty intelligent move, she said, I can't really say anything. Which, yeah, I mean, when you're in a lawsuit, you should do that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So it's like, wow, compared to the other two, you really seem to be handling yourself well. Except, now
basically, Frogan doesn't have an attorney yet, and she might default. So, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, what we'll do is we'll go to
Japan. Is that in Hokkaido?
Chat. So if you don't know, there was a.
It looks like there's multiple ORIs. I don't know if there's one in Hokkaido.
Okay. All right, chat. This is the Kamchatka Peninsula right here. And if you look at this hard enough under satellite, you can find Russian submarine bases kind of dispersed along here. There's a couple of submarine bases. They're mainly down on this end. But anyway, an earthquake happened in this area, and Hokkaido is the northernmost island in Japan. So this is what that footage is of Hokkaido. So that's where we're at.
Which is about 1.3 feet. That's the biggest in Japan so far we have heard about. Hawaii EMA says all hazard sirens will sound. Okay. Hawaii EMA, Emergency Management Association, says the first wave impact in Hawaii will be at 7:10 p.m., they say, in Hawaii. Which is about 2.5 hours from now. Hawaii is going to sound the all hazard sirens at 5:10 p.m., about 20 minutes from now. Nothing new yet from Tsunami Warning Center. U.S. Tsunami Warning Center. People were asking about aftershocks.
All right, Demons Raids. Also, we might have a mint here in a second.
I will show you the latest list of
Hey, Territory, how you doing?
There was a 5.6 26 minutes ago.
The 6 he had 3 aftershocks in Kamchatka. You guys also might remember Kamchatka from Risk. Anyways, Demons Rats, if you're here.
EMSC is the list of
we are going to have another
there was a
mint. I'm going to try one of these now.
USGS says it was an 8 of them
already.
Then a 7.0, 6.5, 6.5, and a bunch
nothing
of
ever
fives,
happened, Siren.
Fukushima
begs to differ, man.
There might have been smaller ones too. There was a 5.6 27 minutes ago.
2.0 tried the bitter mint. She did not like it. How long can I expect aftershocks?
The 8.8 was
indefinitely?
about 3.5 hours. The 8.8 was about 3.5 hours ago.
There's that shotgun has bloomed a little. I like that. You can have aftershocks for a real long time. So, and 8.8 is wild though. That's
thank you, by the way, to Ben Bowden, Nikos Kostianis.
Oh,
Nick
very
Klein,
good. Looks like
Jacob
Aaron's
Hawley,
due.
Athletics, Randy. Randy says, hopefully it won't get too bad here in California. I think Randy's
Yes, I just went 1989 with the bloom. Yes.
You are looking at live video from Hokkaido, Japan.
Here's the problem. If the tsunami could go in a half mile, I mean, what's a stupid place to build? So, focus.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. That's some Russian.
The Elizabethan mint. It's okay. That's all right. That's a big, like, York peppermint patty. Not a fan of those. So, where's Meme Copium? Is he here? Meme Copium's down there, like, getting to be the warlord of Tokyo right now. Okay. Is Memes?
I'm just not seeing much
memes
more
down. Memes down in the mainland.
Russia. I mean,
that's a long way to go.
Videos and photos.
Yes, he's on vacation, but guys, it's in a different area for him.
But I haven't seen much.
Like, I don't know where Meme's at exactly, but where Meme lives is way far away from this. Like, that earthquake was way up here. The earthquake was, like, right here. And Meme lives all the way down here, down by Osaka, I think. Like, it's a long way to go to get down there. Like, Hokkaido and the Kuril Islands are going to get schwacked before anything else does. But the Aleutian Islands are on watch. British Columbia's on watch, and so is the West Coast. So.
Oh, looks like some new video.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's...
Let's see. We have not seen any kind of significant destruction, significant tsunami damage in Japan yet. Have yet to see it.
I'll give it time, chat. Okay, so we got to work on this bad boy. This piece. So Max is standing on the beach waiting to fight the wave to death. Yes, Max is like, hurrah!
Let me just take you back to the, let's look for a
by
second
the Russian
at
sub bases. Yeah, it does make you wonder.
Adak Island, Alaska.
Adak, home to a former big naval air station.
Water level at the water measuring station there. And what you can see here, remember the predicted wave tsunami wave height at this area was like 1 to 2 feet roughly. I think 1.2 to 2.2 feet. So what do we see? We see recently the water level goes up about 3/4 of a foot more than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, we can.
Then it drops down to maybe 1 point.
There is a there's a Russian naval base here you can check. It's a Rybachi. Anyways, you can come zoom in here and you can. It's called the Hornet's Nest. That's what it's called. But anyways, you can see their subs hanging out. And you can see some different like rusting barges and a little floating dry dock. What else they got? I think they have more sub stuff around here. Yeah, they got a sub. They got a missile sub getting loaded up there. And I think that's most of it for here. Yeah, I think all this is all just civilian shipping over this way. So, anyways, and then they all come out of here, and the boats come out into the North Pacific. So yeah, it's kind of near the fault line. And also, he talked about Adak Island. Adak Island is here. Adak is in the middle. Like, Adak used to have a naval air station on it. Where is Adak? NAS Adak. Fuck, where's he at? Here's Adak Airport. Used to be a naval air station. And you can see it used to be like it was a critical thing here. That was a critical air station, you know, for I mean, look how far away. You know, you have a 2 island. Like, you know, like it's a big deal. Like, it was a critical place.
Where this? Oh, there. I see it. I got it right here. I have it. I found it.
Explain our
For
police
those of you
chief,
looking at that video, I can see it right here. So I just posted a link to a video in the chat, and it's this area right here in Severo-Kurilsk. See, there's a port there. So you can see there's flooding in this area. This is in Russia. Now, I turned it around. I think normally it faces. Yes, there it is. That's facing east. But it's this area in here, I believe. I'll post a video again, but you'll see there's flooding in this area. And hold on. What you can see is there's actually, no, I can see some of the buildings there. See that gray building.
All right, chat. I think we're gonna have to do something a little risky here.
Oh, and I see
it's gonna require a
lot
of work.
So those buildings you can see in the shot. In that video, you can see these. In that video of Russia I just posted, you can see these buildings still in the shot there. This and these, and you can see this.
Geez, like geez, nuts.
Walkway thing here.
Oh,
barrier, or whatever it is.
Geez, nuts. Days nuts.
So it certainly doesn't look like it's, you know, gone way inland there or something, at least in what we've seen.
So is this Hokkaido, Japan, or is this in Russia?
Thank you so much to Brian Beelman.
It's not very ghetto, so I can't imagine it is Russia, but you never know.
Nick Klein, who says it's pronounced Adak from Alaska. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sevenfold,
Adak Island.
777, Sandor M, Jenny Ann, Ben Bowden. Also, let's shout out our moderators who are here. We have moderating right now. Robert Smayqueen and Ruth
they're
Kafasi.
nice to their Jannies.
Robert Smayqueen
That's
and
so
Ruth
cute.
Kafasi are moderating.
Those Jannies get
Thank
respect
you so
and love.
Also,
you'll never get that here, chat.
K. Lowry Body
Where's
over there on Facebook.
Pin?
Summer Rosenberger
I need the
modding.
pin.
Thank you. Paul Anderson modding. Margaret Riley, Valerie Gale Griffin. Thanks so much. Linda Belk, Larry, Misha on X. Bastion Girl, LB Prairie Dawn. I Got That Fire. Matthew Kohai 3, McBritches, Sarah, and Surly Dev on Twitch.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Hey guys, the first 50 centimeter observation in Japan. Oh, did they change it? It said 50. It originally said 50. Let me check this. I thought there was a 50 centimeter one in Japan.
Okay, we're gonna switch to something else now. I don't know
if that got changed.
Because this is just like he's just blah 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 blah. Let's see what we got. You guys want to watch Nicholas Diorio, or what do you want to watch? We could throw some stuff in. Oh, review text going live. That's got to be cringe. Who the fuck is Evan Freiberg? So what's going on? There's big Canadian debate. Okay. So what do you guys want to watch here? So the Weather Dude, Kino Casino. There's no Kino on tonight. Brandon Herrera P320 memes. Remember, YouTube will kill me for showing guns. Can't do it. So 50 centimeters is 1.5 feet. Yeah, it's just average length.
Wait, what was that? What was that? Not for medical purposes, not. Motherfucking galaxy gas. As far as my doctor is concerned, not as far as my it's canned bread. Brother, who's a doctor, is concerned, but as
Whoa! Wait, Keemstar's huffing he's huffing Duster? Whoa! Do you guys see that? I don't remember seeing this like when Boogie had his big meltdown. Oh my god.
Wait, what was that? What was that? Not for medical purposes, not.
He's huffing fucking Duster.
Motherfucking galaxy gas.
Team is huffing
Duster. As far as
Duster.
my doctor is concerned.
Whoa, buddy.
As far as my it's canned bread. Brother, who's a doctor, is concerned, but as
I actually like asked my dad about.
If you guys don't know what this is about,
so much more.
Boogie2988 is a longtime YouTuber. He's a big lol cow, and he lied about having cancer. And Keemstar was basically humiliating him because Boogie's a lying piece of shit. So that's what this is all about. And it gets funnier. Listen to Boogie scream and yell. And then this guy down here is Nicholas Diorio. He's like commentary stuff. I'm more watching. We can watch Boogie freak out. This is good stuff.
Not as far as my brother, who's a doctor, is. You didn't lie about cancer, Obi-Wan.
He lied about cancer.
That's a Moodahar right now. Oh, Keem passed the bug spray.
Okay, what chat? The Discord?
The Discord chat.
Okay.
So Boogie lied about having cancer.
Like if you're
a lot of money.
Address the bug spray allegation.
Doctor literally played you like that. Why aren't you like fucking taking them out for malpractice, bro?
Okay, there is no play, dude. Oh my god! All right, let's go back.
Having cancer is like evil bad. Okay, like god damn. If you believe in a god and the devil, you know that this shit is alone enough to send you down to fucking hell and burn there. That's how bad this situation is.
To be fair, unlike Boogie, he didn't say he did have cancer.
Oh.
He just floated that possibility out there to the world
This is very charitable. This video is pretty charitable. I'd say it's pretty charitable. I'd say it's pretty charitable.
for sympathy. And it can be scary. A couple of years back, I had to have a scan done, which cleared up there wasn't a problem, but I was spooked.
I told everybody the story. Remember I told you that they thought I had fucking, well, not they thought. My eye doctor said they thought I had fucking like brain cancer or something and I needed to rush to the ER. They didn't say it explicitly like that, but they said that like the condition you have is not something that would be an eye condition. It would have to be a brain condition. You need to go to the ER. And
Yes,
get that
Nicholas
turned out to be,
Diorio is
like, a
retarded.
migraine. But yeah, I was like, oh, fuck
that's
you. I'm going to
his
die from
condition.
cancer. Holy shit. For like a solid 30, not a 30, a solid like 6 hours. I legitimately thought I had like brain cancer. Yeah, Nick's brain tumor scare. Yeah.
And I talked about it.
You know what I did during that time frame? I told nobody. None. I except for like family members who were there.
About what my doctor said in the test I was getting. I didn't say, I believe cancer could be involved in why I feel bad.
Did you try the bug spray? That's what cured the cancer. House MD moment.
Fucking weird. Mutahar, did you have a good reason to say you thought cancer was involved? Or did you just throw it out there for giggles? Careful bringing up the
Well, because it sounds like he's throwing it on there for like sympathy. But I don't know.
Big C word. Sunground Studios might try to make friends with you. You know, you actually
not even you guys didn't exist yet. You weren't born.
Remind me of him. Not because you're brown, because of the suits. No racism here. No Islamophobia. Not even going to mention the now deleted.
He's just a fucking Indian and all that. But yeah, a lot of people are claiming Mutahar has lied about his like experiences in like education. So I know some of you are like, I don't care about these people. It's like, I understand, but I can't just worry about Nick all the time, chat. We have to worry about other people, chat. So, we're starting an instruction manual. Yeah, apparently Muda is done a lot of stuff there. You got a gift membership to DSP Lamau. Yeah. Yeah, well, Mutahar, apparently people are claiming he's lying about stuff. I don't know, though. I don't know. So, let's just see what else is out there right now. With Smoke and Scan. I love this fucking thumbnail. Major fucking tsunami warnings. Oh, wow. It looks like something big is fucking hitting. It looks like it really is hitting now. Not on agenda free. There we go. Nothing on a... Yeah, let's see what this is. 状況は分かりやすいみたいですね、この辺がね。So the first waves of hit, nothing happened. Okay, well, we're just going to back out of here. Because I don't want to go, Arrow! We'll just watch agenda free for now. Sorry, chat. You're going to have to suffer. If you an early stream, I'm just going to tell you it's gay and it sucks. That doesn't help us. That doesn't help us at all. They never yell, oh no, it's Gajira anymore. Yeah. Saying Mudahar's pooing in his driveway. Be nice, chat. Be nice.
I was reading something online about how the topography of the ocean floor, how the ocean floor is shaped where an earthquake is, can significantly affect the tsunami activity. After.
Yes, it can very much. A lot of things can affect a tsunami.
Oh. You know, what's interesting also is that I'm seeing I was reading something online about how it could be that Japan is that Hawaii is in a different direction from the earthquake than Japan, so Hawaii could get bigger waves than Japan did.
Yes.
The first waves in Hawaii are supposed to be in about 2 hours. We're about 2 hours away.
Yes, they're going to be different. They're not the same. Like, that's not really impressive. So I'm letting this piece dry. There are no clip points, so like it's just lining it up and letting it set. So I'm sorry, Chad. We're gonna have to let this set here for a minute.
Hang on a moment. Give me a moment here. Oh, I have a new update for you. I have new updates from.
He's got no updates, chat.
The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. The
Versus the
forecast
Atlantic
wave
Tsunami
heights are
Warning
still
Center.
the same in the latest update. In the latest, it says 8.7 now again. I wonder if they'll the new updates. Well, they're saying 8.7.
Oh no!
In the newest updates from the U.S. Tsunami Warning Center, they still have the same forecast in saying that, for example, Japan and Hawaii could get waves reaching 1 to 3 meters above the tide level. And over 3 meters above the tide level, possible for Ecuador, Russia, and the sparsely populated northwestern Hawaiian Islands. Then there's some other specifics too. But before that, let me check one other thing here. Somebody mentioned.
So let's see here.
Yeah, I'll turn down the helicopter anyway.
Yeah, that'll help.
Oh, there's a press conference.
They're gonna go, "Arow, big wave coming."
Hawaii governor is live
Run.
right now. The Hawaii governor is live. Let me put this on the air.
Okay.
Thanks. One of our viewers mentioned this. Hawaii Governor Josh Green is speaking.
Wow, that's a very white person for governor. That is a very white governor. Why don't they have a Hawaiian governor? Aren't they really big on that in Hawaii?
After the wave hits.
Kind of racist, but I
You should
get
be
it.
Safe, therefore not sorry. The first impact, like I said, is about to happen at 7:10 p.m., which is about 2 hours from now. You may have already heard sirens go off 2 times. They will go off 3 more times. Actually, one just did, 5:10, which is 2 hours out. At 6:10 p.m., about an hour from now, that will be 1 hour out.
I forgot it's
6:40
very early
p.m.,
over there
which will be
still.
30 minutes out before the expected landfall.
They're so
wave.
far behind. I keep forgetting
You must
that.
stay
It's
off
hard
the
to
beaches
realize.
and away from harbors, rivers, or low-lying areas. If you stay on beaches,
Holy Sean, don't be racist. Hey, I'm not saying they're eating spam.
we will go over tsunami evacuation zones, and you can find that at the HIEMA website.
Yeah,
which is
3.9 waves can be
ready.hawaii.gov.
dangerous. That
You will
can
see
fuck a
there,
lot of things up.
Basically, you have to get off of the coastal areas. Please know where this tsunami evacuation zone is and have a route to get out to higher ground. Now, what do you have to do? If you're in a building, you can go up 4 stories. You will be safe in that case. You have to be very careful though. Otherwise, you need to leave the evacuation zone and you have to be away from this potential wave. We've done several things. We are in communication with government leaders at all levels. So again, you can expect a tsunami wave to hit the
I have no
state.
idea what
It
that
will
means.
Not just hit one beach. It will wrap around the
They
islands
Pauhana
very
for
likely,
day, brah.
therefore causing a wave
Day,
in
brah.
Hilo, in Kona, in Kauai, and on Maui.
Kauai?
You have to be safe.
That's a cute little island, I guess. It's so kawaii.
Might have to hit refresh. Let me hit refresh.
No, he has to hit refresh. The wave already beat him there. The wave's like, I'm already here.
One beach. It will wrap around the islands very likely, therefore causing a wave in Hilo, in Kona, in Kauai, and on Maui. You have to be safe.
I got, they're having issues with their broadcast. Their broadcast froze.
Spam rice and eggs. Wow.
Hang on.
It was actually pretty good. Ohana means flooding.
Looks like they had an issue with the broadcast.
I thought that's it. I thought
Yes,
Ohana
their
means
live
everything.
stopped. Their broadcast stopped. The broadcast
They got
stopped.
hit.
All right, well, I'll try to get that back for you.
The Japanese attack, chat.
Unfortunately, their broadcast stopped. All right, that's Hokkaido, Japan.
Yes, 5 foot seas are standard in open water. A 5 foot wall of water is bad. Looking to repeat himself, Wormy. Is that the name of this guy?
Oh, they're back. Hawaii's back now. They're back. Hold on. We can hear them again. We can hear Hawaii again. Or no. I don't know if we can. No, we can't. They're not back. Oh, they are live again. They're live again. They're back again. The governor is back. All right, let's get the governor back up of Hawaii. Oh, it's not the governor anymore, but it's...
Let me just cover some of the finer points, and I'll start with the Department of Transportation, who we have been in constant contact with. Currently, Hilo Airport is the only one that is closed. I've been in contact with Rear Admiral Sean Reagan, the commander of the 14th Coast Guard District, and he's informed me that the United States Coast Guard has already closed all of the major ports. All ships ordered by the captain of the port have been ordered out to sea. Kolikoli Pass has been open since they've been alerted, and they have the resources available now. And the HTA has not received any calls yet, which is the Hawaii Tourism Authority, in case there's any displaced tourists who need some lodging or residence.
Yeah, Ag, you got to evacuate. It's too late,
we're
brother.
urging all to avoid the Honolulu to allow people to evacuate. And the Kauai County Mayor is not closing the Wailoa Bridge. On Oahu, Likelike townbound traffic has been opened. Kolikoli Bass has been open, like I said, in order to decompress.
Okay, this just sounds like they're making shit up.
And the
Konekiki Hawaii Bridge. Like, you guys are just making shit up now. Come on, guys.
Throughout their island and county. From
You're just
Molokai,
making shit up,
Kalaupapa
Chad.
Airport personnel are ready to evacuate to the lighthouse. On the island of Hawaii or the Big Island, Hilo Airport commercial operations have been suspended to facilitate the evacuations from Keaukaha. And like I said, all islands, the Coast Guard captain of the port has ordered all vessels to follow their procedures to leave port. As you hear the sirens that Governor Green has already articulated when they'll be sounding, we urge you to either tune to your news media, your broadcasters, or go to the readyhawaii.gov website for further information. That's all I have right now, subject to any questions.
Tell them what we evacuate as far as air power.
No, I do not belong to them.
Yes, sir.
I'm part of the
I've been in
Ohio
contact with the
Association of
Chief
Criminal
National
Defense
Guard Bureau,
Lawyers.
who's a four-star general. He also sits on the
Yes, the
Fleet
Navy
Chief's
rides
staff, and
Navy
the rest
rides
of the
Red
National
Storm out
Guard is
alone.
ready to respond and assist us if necessary. Currently, what we have is we have numerous helicopters that are here on the island.
Karam says that's Hawaiian.
Hawaii.
It has like 14
Maui.
letters. Oh,
So we have
geez.
large cargo helicopters, and with the approval
Well,
of
you'd have a
Governor
fun
Green,
time. You could
I've
dive under the
activated two
waves.
medevac
Yeah,
aircraft for the island of Oahu, although they can respond to other counties. They carry with them a search and rescue capability with an infrared radar system that can see throughout the night and look for heat signatures, a hoist, and an onboard medic to provide any kind of medical support as they get transported to a point of care. We also have on the Air National Guard side large aircraft. So the KC-135 is a tanker, but it can be mobilized to move stuff between the islands or from the mainland. And we also have KC-C-17s. Those are the larger ones, and you saw those put into place on New Year's Day or shortly after New Year's Day for those burn victims that we transported.
What's a
to Arizona.
KC-C-17?
You would need to contact Admiral Paparo at U.S. Indo-PACOM for the authority to operate those aircraft.
Indo-PACOM.
We also have two aircraft.
What the hell's a
two
KC-17?
In Hilo, and one
I
more
know
on
we
Maui
made
stationed
refueling
at our
versions
armory
of
at
that.
Punene. I've also ordered the activation of numerous troops and soldiers on all.
I'm listening to the guy.
Heavy vehicle.
Don't get mad at me. Go mad at the guy, the illiterate Hawaiian guy.
Evacuation of personnel if the water gets too high. They're what we call high water vehicles. And we've also placed National Guard soldiers and airmen into all of the county EOCs for a near real-time response and to anticipate needs from the county mayors and also from the county EOC or emergency management administrators. So that's a purview of how we're postured right now.
Mahalo. Tag and Governor will do some
It's a good,
media
strong
Q&A,
posture.
and we'll just take one per media outlet who's present. Le'ui, I'd like to start with you.
Oprah's not letting people leave. Wow. What a
Governor,
bitch.
Or for yourself, General Logan, underscore the contingency plans for those areas like Hana, around Kauai, those one road areas, those vulnerable areas that you mentioned earlier.
So we constantly exercise with the counties, and the county has a very robust plan. Specific to Maui, they are, of course, a multi-island county, but working with Mayor Bisson and his team, they have a response capability. Luckily for the National Guard, we're a community-based organization, and we're postured on all the major islands, so we can activate more soldiers and airmen as necessary to assist the county. DOT also has assets, the State Department of Transportation, to assist the county departments of transportation with either clearing those roads or conducting their own evacuations. Thank you for that question.
Let me add, just for coordination, so everyone understands, we were immediately in contact with our congressional delegation who were diligent on the spot, offering us whatever support we needed, also in communication support. We also are prepared to continuously have our EOCs activated on all of the islands. The mayors are in charge. We've been in constant communication with them as well. So everyone is prepared. Everyone is ready for what may come. But there is always some uncertainty about the size of the wave. In about 5 minutes, we'll reconvene a statewide meeting. We will hear an update on the size of the wave, as I said, as it passes through the middle of the Pacific. We'll also be in communication with other states and islands, such as Guam, Tsunami, finding out what they have experienced. After the wave is passed, after we're all safe, we will reach out to these other friends of ours across the Pacific to support them in their recovery also.
Mahalo,
How do you know
Governor
you're
Andrew?
brother?
From what you shared so far, is any of that based on any ocean readings between Russia and between Midway and Russia?
Yes, there was immediately a response from all
KRM
of the
throwing
nearshore
shade.
groups. The
SEAL team in Hawaii
question
gets the
was
call.
answered almost immediately right after the earthquake. It was clear to us that there was going to be a wave. As we have shared, we don't know how large a wave usually until it passes Midway, and as you can see, it takes 5 to 6 hours to come across the Pacific in this case. That's why we're always postured to first check. We don't want to alarm people unnecessarily. But once we see that there's going to be a wave, we begin our protocol. And usually the protocol results in an initial siren, which you heard, just to kind of wake people up to the severity of the situation, followed by the 3 hours out, 2 hours out, the 1 hour out, and the 30-minute out warnings. At that point, we expect everyone to be fully evacuated, either out of the inundation zones or vertically. People should not, and I will say it one more time, should not, as we have seen in the past, stay around the shoreline or risk their lives just to see what a tsunami looks like. It is not a regular wave. It will actually kill you.
You're always jumping
if
into
you get
ships
hit by
with
a
SEAL
tsunami.
corpsmen for
So you
medical
have to be out of that area. Please do not put anyone in a situation where General Logan has to search and find you with a helicopter. It is not likely we will recover you if a tsunami takes you from the shore.
If you're stuck in
Oh,
traffic right now
no!
or in the coming hours,
Don't go
so,
surfing in the
evacuate,
tsunami
at what
chat.
point, should you consider, leaving? What advice do you have to people who are still trying to evacuate at this time and as it gets closer to the 7 o'clock?
I believe everyone should have adequate time to get out of the evacuation zones. There were some accidents on the highway as we were aware coming in. We'll continue to update you, especially based on the size of the wave. Obviously, everyone has to be away from the shoreline. We've been in contact with our tourism authority, Jimmy Tokioka, who's our director of DBED. He's been talking to the hotels. I've been speaking to the hospitals. They are prepared. They've actually activated additional shifts in case there are mass casualties. We are praying that that will not be necessary. If the waves come and go and then we give the all clear, we'll be back to fine. We'll be back to normal. We probably will have a lot of debris to clean up. That's where our team will execute kind of the cleanup. There could be some power failures if local poles go down. Be aware of that. There could be some loss of water pressure. That happens sometimes in these circumstances.
Oh, no.
But once we give the all clear, we will no longer worry about casualties when we'll just be cleaning up. I really think people should have plenty of time, given where we are.
The National Weather Service alert for
was already
California is a
beginning to
surf
abate when
report.
We got
Yeah.
here at about 4:55.
Save all the spam, chat.
This formally concludes the presser, and we will stay tuned.
I hate
We
why they
will have
call them
more
pressers
updates
now.
and
That's
future
not,
press
I hate that. It's so
conferences.
cringe. Pressers.
So there you go. That's the presser from Hawaii.
This is just
They
like that
are
anime.
anticipating a tsunami wave there, and they're
It's going to be a
saying
synth
that,
wave tsunami.
what
Yeah,
is it,
fast wave.
7:17? I'll get the time for you. They're anticipating it starting. So we'll have to see how big it is. The current forecast
Will there be a Baldo
for
on his
Hawaii
back?
is from the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center is they say that Hawaii could have tsunami waves of 1 to 3 meters above the tide level. Now, that's what they forecast for Japan, too. Japan, the biggest one possible has been 40 centimeters, 0.4 meters.
With a ball on
They
his
also said
back.
that in the Hawaii presser, they'll have a better idea once the wave passes midway.
Joe says, I listen to lo-fi synthwave. I have before, too. Anybody who hasn't's a liar. So there we go, Chad.
Let me show you what they're talking about here. So look, there is Midway, there is Hawaii,
Kwajalein
and
Atoll.
there is the earthquake happened up here. So there's the earthquake happens up here, east of Russia. So we've already seen tsunami activity 0.4 meters or less in Japan.
Tokyo's fine.
There, the earthquake was in this area. There's been some significant tsunami activity in Russia here, closer to the earthquake. On the way to Hawaii, it will pass Midway, which is here. Maybe it's past Midway already. I have to check and see if we have any Midway observations. One of our viewers mentioned a Midway buoy. But they said they would have a better idea when it goes past Midway on the way to Hawaii, how big the wave will be. Because it's going past Midway. It's on the way.
Oh no, they're gonna let
Sea Turtle thinks Hawaii will be different Japan.
Japan.
Maybe it will be.
No.
Maybe it will be. We'll have to see. I was reading that earthquakes can
hello,
radiate
Meme
energy
Copium
differently in
San.
different directions.
Instead
So
they'll
it
be like,
might
hello,
that
Meme
the
Copium
energy radiated towards
San.
Japan was
Do not
less than
redeem Meme
it
Copium
was
San.
radiated towards Hawaii.
Yes, they mean the island of Midway. Yep.
But
where
we're
the
looking
battle
at a
happened.
live shot right now from Japan.
100%.
And oops. You can see this is interesting. The buoy at or the measuring station at Adak Island in Alaska. This is Adak Island, Alaska, which is closer to the earthquake than Japan was, I believe. Certainly closer than Hawaii. They were projected to have a waves of roughly one.
I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, Peter, but yes, Midway is half. That's why it's called Midway, unless you're being very ironic. But yes, that's why it's called Midway. It was the midway point for like Pan Am Clipper flights. Yes, but it was a thing. It does have. That's why it does have that name. Because I thought it was very cheeky. Comment by you. So it's just a quarter of the way? Yeah, that's it. Yes. That's why they call it halfway, because they wanted to lie. It's like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yes.
To 2 feet there. And if you look at what's happened, if I hear anything about, I'll check Midway. We can check the buoy site. Hang on a minute here. By the way, the forecast has been lowered a bit for California. Oh, there's now a tsunami warning for part of California. Hold on, breaking news. There is now a tsunami warning for part of California up to Oregon. Tsunami warning, the coast from Cape Mendocino, California to the Oregon-California border. Wow.
Cape Mendocino would be far in the north, right?
Tsunami warning.
Because that's in like Mendocino County is part of that like iron or that green
let me
triangle
get some more
where they grow all
information
the
about
weed,
that.
right? C-130, you fly from Oahu to Kwajalein Atoll to Guam. Oh my God, that was awful. Why did they put you guys in that? That sounds so fucking horrible for a flight. A C-17 could go straight there. NOAA has buoys in the Pacific, yes.
So that's tsunami warning. Tsunami warning issued
40 years of World War II documentaries for you to realize
for
it's
California coast between Cape Mendocino.
ADAC is where the Coast Guard station is. Yeah, but ADAC used to be a naval air station.
And
it's kind of like
Oregon,
Shermaya. It used to be a
California
major
border.
Air Force base. Where is it? Like there used to be some really big Air Force bases and stuff.
I'll show you where that is.
Military bases in the Aleutians.
Okay, let's look and show you where that is. So, here. We can see it here. There it is. There, see the red right there? You guys see the red? It's in red there. So that part of California has tsunami warning, which is that means the tsunami threat is more dangerous and more serious, and risk of more of more tsunami effect, of more flooding, for example, inland than you might than tsunami advisory. I'll show you the difference between between warning and advisory. But you can see for that part of California, between Cape Mendocino and the Oregon border, they're at tsunami warning. And
in chat, we still have like
if you
out.
look here, I'll show you the difference.
Out in the Aleutians, we have what's called Erickson Station, and here is an active Air Force installation that has a valid, nice runway, and then it's the true important part of it is where's the radar set that we've got. We got a couple. There's a couple of long range surveillance radars that are set up on the island. Where the hell are they? Where the hell is it? Anyways. I'm trying to find the radar set here, chat. They have a radar set that focuses out towards Russia, and it's this thing. The Cobra Dane radar. It's meant to look towards Russia. So
Mendocino and the Oregon border.
Anyways.
There is Cape Mendocino.
Oh, okay, well, be careful.
So
in
that is about
California, chat.
We're talking about roughly about 100 miles, from north to south there on northern California.
There are no Nuka silos.
There's Cape Mendocino. There's Eureka there. Crescent City.
No, Cobra Dane is not HARP. HARP is a different thing. HARP is in Alaska, though. Yes.
So that is something to keep an eye on.
It's not 2015 anymore. Okay, well.
Let me try to get you some more on
Matt
that.
Moore's TV has better coverage. Okay. Yes, you might have an Ocean View apartment now. All right, let's try this.
Oops, hold on.
MATTMOR. Matt Morris Live. Matt Morris TV. See live. Here we go.
The 3rd or 4th floor and higher.
Okay, so the guests at the Halekoa, they're not being evacuated, but they were told to go to the 4th floor or higher.
Right, especially with traffic concerns and that kind of thing. Anyone in a high rise, if you can, the higher the better.
Are you getting any first reports specifically from the Halekoa and just how the situation is in Waikiki?
No specific reports. I did see that there are several folks still on the beach. So I would just really advise folks, take this warning seriously. Your safety should be of utmost concern.
And that is Nathan Wilkes from the U.S.
Guys, I am getting ads on Twitter for testosterone replacement therapy. Is this what it's like to get old? I'm 31 years old, and I'm getting Twitter ads to increase my libido.
Libido.
Injectable? Okay, really? Do I really need that? Seriously?
Back to you. Lonnie, we appreciate that report. And standing by live now is Hawaii County Mayor Kimo Alameda. Mayor Alameda, thank you so much for joining us right now. I'm sure you and your administration are definitely monitoring the situation at this hour.
He's like, we're going to die!
Can you tell us what the county is doing to prepare?
Right now, we're at the EOC. We've activated several hours already, and we got all hands on deck. We got all the departments here. And, we're working across jurisdictions, so state, National Guard, Red Cross, our county workers as well. We've been through this before. And
everybody's
ready. We're not,
90 minutes.
We're the island with the
90
disasters,
minutes.
right? So it's like a well-oiled machine. So
Until this
we're
thing
doing
hits
really well
Hawaii.
right now.
Everybody
Mayor, what
get
can
ready.
you tell us about the shelters available and the resources there that, being provided for those that want to attend the evacuation sites?
Yes, absolutely. We activated all our shelters. And so, we're sending out messages already, various means, social media, our website, press release. They know where the shelters are at. We also deployed our teams to make sure that there's water and
Shelters
food.
are just places where they can collect
and we're
all the
reaching out
bodies
to our hotels
without having to find them.
Those in the low-lying areas.
I do have
Any
premium.
transportation, we have that as well. So we are transporting some folks
Why do I not have
who need the
premium?
transportation to our shelters as we
He's
speak.
getting ads on his
And
end.
Mayor Alameda, the alert came out after 1:30 this afternoon. What are you seeing out there on the
This is in
roads?
Russia.
Are people heeding the warning?
Yes, they are. In fact, there is road congestion. And so, my message to the residents is to be patient. It's a warning, so we have time. And, be respectful. And we sent out our police officers as well as our firefighters to, make sure that the roads are safe. And
Is
if
he
we
saying
need
that they love their cops and their
traffic
law
cops in
enforcement?
different areas, we are deploying them as we speak.
What kind of action is being taken as well in regard to the ports? And many have,
Jeez, KRM, you
vessels
are
tied
like,
up at harbors.
you are
What
not
has
a
been the
fan of
message
the Hawaiian government. The Maui fires are the peak of them being ready.
That's all, danger zones, right? So, they know the protocols on our island. They're very familiar with what to do with those vessels. In fact, Pride of America, big ship, they knew what to do. And so they head out to the sea.
Once again, I'll play this video again just because people keep talking about it. We are having whales wash up on the shore of Japan. They've had 4 different whales
Oh, no.
get washed up.
That's so sad.
Very sad, very sad.
The poor little whales.
映像で見えている限りで3頭のクジラが確認できます。千葉県館山市の映像でした。
Yeah, you hate to see it. You really do.
Hilo, or if you're going out of Hilo, it ain't going to happen.
All right. Hawaii County Mayor Kimo Alameda, a comprehensive response being activated statewide right now. Mayor, thank
Root
you
for
very
the
much for joining us.
Japanese,
I'm
yes.
sure we'll be talking with you more throughout the evening as we keep a
Fuck
close
you,
watch
Dolphin. Fuck
on
you,
this
Rail.
tsunami warning. So shelters are activated. There was a lot of lead up time to this. Many are heading for higher ground. Speaking of which, we caught up with back here on Oahu. Our very own Billy V caught up with some residents and visitors who headed up to the Tantalus area in Makiki.
Thank you very much. There's a steady stream of cars up here in Tantalus. People just, trying to find a place to go. Maybe they left Waikiki. Maybe they left the lower areas, or maybe they're heading on the freeway and they had to go all the way to the west side. And we've been finding that they've been pulling off of the roadway to come here just to stay, have a place to be for a while until things calm down. We know that's not going to be for a while. But once again, Tantalus is busy right now.
I got told by a friend of mine who's over in Florida right now. He heard it before I did, and so he let me know about the alert, and I checked it out and decided to maybe go out
Waikiki,
for a
though.
minute.
Yeah,
What
Waikiki.
was
Why are we
happening?
talking
What
about
were you
Kiki?
doing when you first heard the alert on your, I'm guessing, your phone?
Waimanalo Beach. Kids were in the water.
So,
and then we heard the we got the warning.
Don't forget to support Matt and his move to Idaho
So
fund. Where
real
is he
quick,
moving from?
We're doubling back to
Your
Oprah
normal
here.
beach traffic.
Breaking news again. Oprah is still refusing to open her private road.
What a bitch.
The blue line from Wailea to Kula, Hawaii, preventing thousands of people from escaping. Okay, so this is where, in the bottom right, on the right side of this blue line, is where Oprah's private property is, allegedly, and she is in control of this road. And because she is not opening up this road, allegedly, people have to drive along the red route all the way up, over, and then down to get up to the high ground. Allegedly, that is what is going on. That's what everybody is talking about. Whereas if Oprah would just open up the road, then people could drive over to the east and get up to the high ground, get off the beach. Once again, allegedly.
You get to
knows?
die.
This is
You get to
people on
die.
Twitter talking.
Everybody
Sometimes it ends up not
dies.
being the case.
After an 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off the east coast of the Kamchatka Peninsula, the first waves are expected to.
Thought experiment here. If there's a tsunami that way and there's private property that way, but there's a hill up there, I am going on the private property. If it's like it's life or death, well, I can respect that guy's property rights. He owns the mountain, but that would mean that I have to sit here on the beach and die, or I could violate his property rights and live.
So
I'm going to violate the property rights. Situational violation, right? I think
wonder
it
where the
kind of
road
makes
is
a
in
little bit of
military
sense.
open. Yeah, you get to
Anyway,
drown.
I'm
You get
walking
to
down
drown.
Oprah's driveway, and she's nothing you can do to stop me, I guess.
Their belongings, or at least just to be prepared as best they can.
And just to recap, again, this is an 8.8 magnitude earthquake earlier today around 1:30 p.m. Hawaii time. It was an 8.0, upgraded about 20 minutes later to an 8.7, and then reevaluated later to the 8.8. I do want to point out something that Ben and I just discovered as we're trying to get the latest information from the Tsunami Warning Center and the USGS. We're going to tsunami.gov, where you can actually look at those bulletins for yourself, and the page is unresponsive. It seems that there's
Okay, folks, allegedly the tsunami has just made contact with Midway Island. Can I zoom in and show you this? So, of course, this is all very sciencey here. But anyway, there's Midway. They have detected the tsunami. Midway is just kind of the northwest of Hawaii. So we have another 1 hour and 22 minutes.
but to take action. Start moving in towards Melka areas, moving up 4 stories or above if you can, if you're unable to move Melka.
Do we have a
This would be, when we talk about we always talk about the vertical evacuation. So 4 stories or above, this would be for high-rise buildings, including hotels, Waikiki, Ko'olina, we're talking Ka'anapali, also maybe even Kalapaki Beach on Kauai, that building there, even though it's kind of like a little bit higher up, but for peace of mind, at least on Kauai, move up to a higher floor. You don't need to evacuate the area. Also, emergency officials and we are telling you, if you are don't have to evacuate, don't. Stay home, don't clog up the roads. And the worst
four
thing you can
stories,
probably
just make sure
do
you're
is
safe.
try and go and take a look-see. There's a live look right now at Coconut Island, Hilo Bay, where we have seen in the past some currents that have been coming in. Earlier, we talked about or the governor during the press conference that he had talked about how we don't really know how big the waves are necessarily going to be, because we do have the buoys that take the measurements right close to the coastline, right along Kamchatka,
sounds like
right off
software so
Kamchatka,
much.
right off the Aleutian
Do they use
Islands.
the same
and then
fucking
you've got
filter?
this big, wide open ocean. There's no data.
It's just open ocean in between the peninsula and us here in Hawaii. So we have to get the information from Midway and other Pacific Islands before we can really have an idea. We still have the warning up. It's still very important to take this seriously. I do want to give some stats here. We've had a couple of earthquakes, again, 16% of earthquakes since 1850. So about a little over 150 years of data keeping of tsunamis here in Hawaii. We've had an earthquake in 1923 from the same fault line. That was a magnitude 8.3, so a little bit weaker than what we're seeing out there right now. And it took about 6.5 hours to arrive to Hawaii, and it caused $20 million in damage and killed one in Hilo. 1952, it caused another tsunami, a 9.0 magnitude earthquake, a little bit stronger than what we're seeing with this one, caused $8.94 million in damage. So, of course, there is cause for concern, especially when it comes to infrastructure and potentially impacting those near coastal areas.
Yeah, and when we're talking about 8.8, remember that the Fukushima tsunami was generated by a 9.1 magnitude earthquake. So 8.8, that's very close in magnitude. It is still a bit weaker because, again, the magnitudes are exponential. But when you start getting into the upper 8s, the lower 9s in particular, and when you start getting to 9.2, which I think was the Chile earthquake, definitely it's something to basically be aware of and to be prepared. Right now, let's head back to the desk with Mark and Steph.
Thank you very much there, Ben and Drew, for your analysis there. We also just got a list here, and we'll read that off for you, of the shelters on Maui. But first, we want to show you these images just into the newsroom of the busyness at the gas station over in Eva Beach. You can see long lines of people there.
Seems like Japan is hanging in pretty well here.
And other first responders. So please just keep your cool. The roads are congested. But on the lighter side, we are actually seeing that traffic is tapering off in some areas.
Yeah, in certain areas. I mean, through the thick of the afternoon, coinciding with the typical rush hour, there was traffic gridlock in parts of.
Chris, by the way, he said Oprah probably had a Diddy dungeon there and can't open the road for security reasons. You never know. Thank you, Chris. Thank you again, by the way. Thank you very much. Oprah Winfrey. Then we have Douglas Goterba. By the way, thank you. That's a big time super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Matt, retired pilot here. I'm monitoring Honolulu Tower and watching Flight Radar 24. There are several airlines arriving within 30 minutes before, during, and after the 1 hour and 23 minutes from estimated tsunami. You're really on top of it. Hey, I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that a ton. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I haven't taken a look at Flight Radar today. I guess I kind of assumed that
he was a good fault line. He was trying to be a SoundCloud fault line.
Airline traffic that much going in and out of Hawaii. But
well, they got nowhere to go. They're out of gas. They have to land.
No, I don't. Anyway, no, I'm sure it has some impact. Let me pull that
Imagine
up.
how fun that how would you feel? Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to land. In the meantime, there's a
happy everybody's
tsunami warning.
Tuning in today. Thank you very much.
That would
here it is. We can take a look for what it's worth. Sometimes you have. Oh, you're kidding me. There we go.
Yeah, there are a lot of planes over the Pacific.
Maybe
right
I'm
now.
not really professional enough to interpret the data here. People are flying in. People are flying out. It always is shocking to really see how many airplanes are just in the sky at any given moment. There's a lot of them up there. Anyway, so
everybody's got somewhere to go, man.
The Honolulu airport here. No, I'm not. I'm not sure. What is the emergency procedure in the event of a tsunami? Do you ground all the airplanes, or you just try to get them all up in the air? I don't know.
Is there an airfield at Schofield Barracks? I think so. They have an Army
in the
airfield.
process of opening those shelters. They hope to have them open very soon, if not already. And they do encourage people who are in low-lying areas to head over to those shelters. And they are welcoming pets in kennels. They are following the usual guidelines set forth by the American Red Cross for those emergency shelters. But I do want to play a little bit more from.
This is a totally random story, but I mean, we have 75 minutes here to kill. My wife is a real interesting woman. She's not a pilot. She's a stay-at-home mom. She's taking care of the kids. We have 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. And so my wife, she is just really into airplanes. Airplanes are cool, but it's not my hobby. It's not my passion, to be honest. But anyway, my wife loves airplanes, and so she, in her free time, as she's taking care of the kids around the house, she listens to various like flight radar, flight tracker comms. You can listen in, and they'll say, airline 57B, coming in for landing or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, she always has a flight tracker on her computer upstairs. She's always keeping an eye on it. I don't know why. She just likes it. And she's always listening to the air traffic control towers all across the country. She just likes it. I don't know. That's just her hobby.
High school.
Hey,
the Wailuku Community Center.
Everybody's got a hobby. It's kind of cool.
They'll all be open. They'll be staffed. So
I guess
people
it's
will have
fun.
a place to go. There'll be places for them to rest, stay while they ride this out, literally, and then bathrooms. We want people to know that their water, especially in all the coastal zones, from Wailuku to Napili, Lahaina, the different coastal areas, that water will be shut off, and that's to prevent any contamination and any destruction of the system. It won't all be shut off at the same time. There's a sort of a rolling shut off. It'll start to shut down. So if people want to start filling up storage containers with water, now would be the
Retired Marine here. Please say a prayer for the Marines stationed at Kaneowa Bay in Hawaii. It's on the windward side of Hawaii. I didn't even know that. Well, hey, yeah. I mean, I would speculate we have even more bases than that. We probably have them all over the place. Midway, I think, is a base we still have to this day, right? Maybe. Anyway, no, you're right. But yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, true. And not just that, it's the service members, but also everybody that's out there. I mean, I don't know how many people. How many people live on Hawaii, on the Hawaiian Islands? Can I Google that? How many people live on the Hawaiian? You know what just occurred to me? Oh, I've got something crazy to talk about with you guys here in just a minute. Okay, 1.44 million. 1.44 million. It's a lot of people. Now, let me tell you kind of a crazy story. I'm sure some of you guys know this. I went to Hawaii. I was a family vacation. I don't know, probably 10 years ago. And we visited this one, Kauai. So I spent the entire time, 10-day trip on Kauai. So there's an island just to the west of Kauai. It's one of the Hawaiian islands. It's called Puai, I guess is what it's called. Anyway, this is an island that is totally closed off to tourists. It's like a native reserve. It's a native reservation. So the native Hawaiians are in complete control of this island. They live sort of like a native lifestyle. You're not allowed to go there.
Yeah, no, he sounds like Thor. That's what I was saying.
A guy like me, you're not allowed to go there. And so, a couple times a year, I think they bring these people supplies. But anyway, I don't think there's a lot of highland, like mountains on this island. I don't think it's particularly mountainous. It's mostly lowlands. And the mountains they do have, I think, are also not very tall, very steep.
Well, commercial landers can't land an emergency on 5,600 feet?
Elevation, whatever.
A lot.
And so anyway, you have to imagine in
hold on here.
situations
Let's
like
do
this, when
well,
a
things that
massive
are going to go
tsunami is on
across
the
the
way,
Pacific, like a 757
what
or
do these
767.
guys do? What do these like native Hawaiian type of people do? They just have like a little tiny village. You can't drop in. It's not really that sophisticated out here. They keep it pretty primitive, I guess. And so, hey, they're probably in for not a good time here. Also, it's going to be pretty rough for them.
A lot of those areas before the waves hit.
And last question, can you talk about
a 760
exactly what
so
you mentioned, but
KRM, so a 767 under normal conditions requires 8,700 feet to land. You could probably shorten it up, but there's no way you're trimming off 3,000 feet. I mean, a mile-long runway is very short for any airliner that's making the trip across the ocean. 767s, 777s, anything big Airbus-wise, like that's not enough. That's not enough length. That's not enough length. So, I mean, one would land, it would run off the runway and basically ruin the end of the airport. Yeah. A 737 needs a 6,000 foot minimum. Yeah. And I mean, if you emptied it out, tore all the seats out, and no fuel, you could probably do shorter. But yeah, one loaded down with people and stuff, yeah, you're going to need a lot. More than enough. More than they can give you.
Maui Police, your EMS, what are they doing right now? And are they, how are their levels? Are they pushed? Is it all hands on deck? I mean, how are they feeling?
Well, this is absolutely all hands on deck, but it's very measured. Yeah. The Maui Police Department, which always comes through for us in our emergencies, I will say, they're helping us control the traffic. They're helping us control, the evacuations. So right now, it's, we're asking for mandatory evacuations for everybody who's in those low-lying areas. Absolutely going to inland, and we're trying to offer the shelters so people have a place to go besides, family. I should.
Oh, by the way, real quick. Okay, so this is that Midway Island chart again. And so this actually, you can see height in feet of the wave, and it's what they had hit Midway is like 1.6 feet. A 1.6 foot tall wave hit Midway. So I guess you can maybe kind of guess, approximately that is about the size of the wave that is going to wash up on the Hawaiian beaches here in 71 minutes.
So chat,
something about that.
It's midnight. I got to wrap this up. Hickam Air Force Base and Honolulu International share the same runway. Yeah. Yeah. So an A320 might make 5,600 feet. That would be very scary. So, anyways, guys, that is it. We're working on this. Remember, this is the cannon, and the cannon sits going this way, and it's shooting that way. So we're working on this. Just requires the glue to dry, and it's being a pain in the ass. So I started working on the gun shield, and we'll get that all put on. So I will see you guys later tomorrow on tomorrow evening, probably around 7 or 8, and we'll go from there, chat. So you guys have a great night. And Katie, thanks for showing me this guy. I will keep him in mind in the future. He is subscribed. So good night, chat. Take care.
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes, esoteric works, and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws, tips on hunting, and even talking the law. Whatever you do, just don't talk to cops.
Stephen Cooper, I did not see this. The tsunamis and earthquakes are just a ploy to steal more rich people's land. Yeah, I can see that. Very true. Thank you for sending this in. I didn't see this earlier, so my bad, man. I apologize. Did not mean to leave you hanging. Good night, for real now.
Even when they nab you on illegal stops, just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. But please talk to a local attorney. Was that the